Welcome to the first Summer Thursdays episode for the Breakup Breakdown podcast. I'm Abby, per usual. And you might be wondering, Abby, what are these episodes? What is happening? Well, I am in the thick of interviewing people for the next round of main episodes for season 2, but I miss talking to you. I miss keeping updated with everybody. And I thought this would be a fun series where we can talk about things that are happening in pop culture and also just getting to share all the crazy stuff going on in the summer because let's be real, things heat up a little bit in the summer. So you actually might have noticed if you're watching this on Spotify, there's a video element. So in a second, it'll cut to the actual podcast of me and Kennedy talking by the pool, very summery. But if you're listening on Apple Podcasts or another platform, you can actually watch this podcast on YouTube. So I'm going to link that in the episode description. I actually just did my first interview for the next season and I'm so excited. Last year, my tagline was kind of like, this podcast puts the true love in true crime. I think this season, it's going to put the true crime in true love. So get excited for that. Last little note, I'm still recruiting stories for the next season. So if you want somebody on the podcast or if you want to come on, that submission form is still in the episode description, as well as timestamps if you want to jump around. Okay, let's get into it.
Hopefully we look hot.
Do we look like two hot girls with microphones? All right, hi everyone. Welcome to the first Summer Thursdays episode.
Wait, I thought it was Fridays.
Well, I haven't decided if I want it to be Summer Fridays because I think I might get sued because there's like a skincare company called Summer Fridays.
Oh, I love Summer Fridays.
I
skincare.
know. So first topic.
Oh no, I'm scared. I have not previewed these topics, by the way,
not
everyone.
previewed, no.
So I'm a little nervous.
So let's talk about getting men to take us on their boats. Because we
had a feeling.
We're 1 week into summer, and you have already won Best Friend of the Year award by securing us a boat for the summer.
Yes.
You met a very nice man with a boat.
Owns a yacht.
We didn't even know it was a yacht.
Yeah, didn't even know it was a yacht until it was a yacht.
It was a yacht. And now we'll be practicing our dance moves all summer long.
Yeah, we need a lot of help. We need to hire like a dance instructor or something that can teach us how to be like cool chicks.
Cool
girls. Hot chicks on a boat. Like, how does one do that?
How does one look like a hot girl on a boat? Because that's what we're trying to figure out. Because we have the boat. Unlike other girls, some girls have the moves.
Yeah.
And not the boat.
Yes.
We have the boat, but not the moves.
We have the boat and the bikinis, but we do not have the moves.
Yeah, we're working on both. So if anyone wants to be our dance instructor, we'll be very present for that. Also, a guy asked you to go out on his birthday.
Yes.
It's so bizarre to me.
So weird. The whole thing was so weird.
Did you end up ghosting him or what?
Yes. Like, we kind of ghosted each other. It was very weird. Like, so I stopped responding to him 2 days before his birthday because he was like, I want to take you to dinner and drinks on my birthday. And I was like, okay, like that's kind of odd. Never met this man. He wants this to be our first date. Like, who wants to go on a first date on their birthday? Like, not me.
To me, that's red flag number one.
Yeah.
He had nobody to hang out with on his birthday except for you.
Exactly. And so I just I stopped responding. Like, there wasn't really anything left to respond to. And then on his actual birthday 2 days later, he was like, an hour before he wanted to go to dinner, he's like, hey, do you want to meet at 8:30 for dinner? And it was 7:30. And I was like, maybe not.
So you ruined his birthday is what you're saying?
Well, then I felt bad. So I was like, sure, like, that's fine. Like, maybe we could just have a drink or something. And he was like, okay, I'll see you then. So then I texted him like probably 30 minutes before we were supposed to meet and was like, hey, I'm leaving now. Like, just let me know where I should meet you. No response. Luckily, I didn't leave either. I was like, kind of like seeing if he was going to respond first before I left. Never responded.
Maybe he found another girl who wanted to go on their first date on his
so
birthday.
Weird. It was the most bizarre situation, but kind of glad that I avoided that.
Were you into the idea of going on a date on his birthday?
I just thought it would be good content for you, if I'm being honest.
It honestly really would have been good content.
I really think about you when it comes to my dating life.
That's so kind of you. Yeah, because you had a third date plan, and I was like, wait a second, is Kennedy just like my unpaid intern? Like she's just my little my little date girl.
Yeah, basically.
Well, I appreciate that. But yeah, I can't imagine having to go on a date and then him being like, yeah, I just turned 27 today. You're the only person I'm spending my birthday with.
Yeah, he was so into it too. Like the week before, he was like hyping it up so much. He's like, oh my gosh, we can go out for my birthday and do this and this. And I was like, wow, this is a lot.
You might have gotten a free birthday dessert out of it though.
That's very true.
So it's honestly your loss. The next thing I wanted to talk about was Shirl Girl Summer. Do you know what Shirl Girl Summer is?
What is it? What?
Apparently this is going to be the drink of the summer. Shirley Temples, Dirty Shirley's all summer long.
Okay.
At first I wasn't into because I don't like to drink a lot of sugar when I drink alcohol.
Right.
Because it's like instant hangover. It's actually not that bad. It's almost
so
like
good.
a vodka soda with a splash of crayon. So you could do like
Club
Sprite
soda.
Zero sugar or a club soda.
I like a club soda.
And then just do a little bit of grenadine as like
Yeah.
your splash of flavor and then vodka.
Yes.
If vodka wasn't my scary drink, I would be really into this. Everybody,
Dirty Shirley's cool though before they were cool. Like this was like the thing I was drinking like when I was 18 years old, and I was like stealing alcohol from my mom. Like that's what I was drinking. Like I was making that.
Dirty Shirley's.
Yeah, like I'm like, why is this a new thing? Like this has always been the drink.
Well, it's becoming a thing, and
I love it.
They're pretty and they're delicious.
They're pretty. They're delicious.
I thought it would actually if you're like not into Sprite, because I don't really drink a lot of soda.
Yeah.
If you replaced the soda with like Prosecco.
Oh God.
You don't think that sounds good?
No.
Prosecco,
grenadine, and vodka.
I mean, it sounds like night time.
Oh my! It sounds like the worst hangover of my life.
But like then you're done after one. You know what I mean?
Should we test it out on you?
Should we do it right now? Obviously, I have to try it. So this is how I'm entertaining myself on a Tuesday night. I'm gonna take some champagne because it's what I have left over from New Year's Eve. I'm gonna do a little vodka. This looks like about a serving of champagne, and then I'm gonna do a shot-ish of vodka. This is awful, and I start vomiting on screen. Once again, I'm gonna do a capful. If you like a lot of grenadine in your Shirley Temple, by all means, put a couple shots in there. I'm just gonna do about this amount, so cheers. The vodka's awful. Wait, let me see if more grenadine makes this better. Okay, let's try again. Okay. Maybe it's the champagne. Let me come back. I'm gonna try it with some club soda. Okay, I just diluted it with a little bit of sparkling water, so let's see if this tastes any better. Surprisingly, yes. I still think it's gross. I think it kind of just depends on what champagne you use. I don't like whatever this is. The super drunk Shirley Temple is not working for me. So it's gonna be a regular Dirty Shirley summer. Also, you know what we did? If you haven't noticed, me and Kennedy look very clean shaven. I waxed.
Are we really talking
We're
about
talking
this?
about this. We're talking about this. I waxed for the first time this week.
You need to put the wax strip like here. You need to go bam.
And
it waxed one hair.
Traumatizing. It was horrific.
I got a singular hair.
I knew it was gonna hurt because I'm like, you know what? Beauty is pain. I get my eyebrows threaded, which is pretty painful. So I thought, oh, it'll just feel like that, but down south. No. I can't imagine birth feels worse than that.
I've actually heard that getting your vag waxed is pretty comparable to childbirth. Like I've heard it be compared several times.
So you're well prepared.
I think I'm well prepared. I think I have a high pain tolerance. So I'm like a woman of many trades. Like I pride myself on that. Like I figure out how to do things myself. One of the things I've figured out how to do is like wax my own vag because like I don't need someone else to do it. It's less awkward. I can like do it as quick or as slow as I want to do it. It turns out really good and I don't get infections. It's very clean. Like I don't know. Anyway, so that was my project this week. Oh my gosh, it's like $5. The strips on Amazon are literally $5. Like why not?
The problem is with waxing yourself is you have to be very committed to it.
You have to be committed and you have to know how to do it correctly. There's a lot of people that don't actually take the time to learn how to do it correctly and then it's just like a nightmare. Yeah. And those are the people that get infections and go to the hospital and it's like,
I was ready to go to the hospital.
But yeah, I needed to do Abby's for her, which we're not at that level yet where I'll wax her vag, nor do I think we'll ever be at that level because it's just very personal. But
that's how me and my college best friend became close.
Oh, so do you want me to wax yours?
So here's what happened. I was living with one of my college best friends in our sorority house my sophomore year. Yeah. And she went out on this Tinder date and she said, hey, I don't plan on staying out super late. So like I'll be home around 10 or 11. Stay up and we can talk about the date when we get home. And so it's like 11:59 on like a Thursday. And I'm like, where is this girl? Did she get abducted? I'm like, at this point, I'm very concerned. So I text her jokingly. I'm like, hey, are you okay? And she immediately texts back and she says, I have a condom stuck on my vag. And I'm looking at her. I'm like, or not looking at her. I'm like looking at the text. I was like, first remove the man. And she said, no, like it's like stuck up there. Like we hooked up and it's like up there. And so I said, okay, come home. We'll figure this out. So she comes home. She's schmacked.
Oh,
and it's so funny. I have this video of her running into my dorm. She's like, never have sex because this will happen and it'll ruin your life. I had just been elected house manager of my sorority.
Oh no.
So I had the keys to our pantry. And so I don't even know, do not try this at home. I don't know if this caused any kind of infection with her, but I got some Crisco.
Oh, no.
I just laid her on the floor of our dorm, and and then...
Wait, did you use something to get it out?
No, I went full gyno on her, though. Just like, what's up there?
Tweezers? I would get tweezers.
Well, I think we started with that first.
Okay.
I was kind of like trying to see if like the tail end was hanging out of it. So yeah, we went full Leah Michelle, Jonathan Groff within minutes. I'm feeling her up. Nothing's up there.
Feeling her up.
And so I'm like, look, it's 3 a.m. I got to go to bed. I got class in the morning because it's like a weekday.
And so she had gotten this guy's credit card from him in case she had to go to the hospital, because this guy's like freaking out at this point. He's like, I hope you don't sue me. So she goes to the hospital. Guess what?
Do I want to get? Do I want to know?
Well, it's very anticlimactic. There was no condom up there. But
Are you kidding?
But you know what we did find that night?
Pregnancy?
Friendship.
Oh, there you go.
So all my friends are very acquainted. I'm very acquainted with my friends down south areas.
Wait, so why did she think there was one stuck up her?
I think she was just like
hammered.
Well, no. So I think here's the funny part. He had a Magnum condom.
Oh God.
And he used that.
Okay.
And I think it like slipped off him at some point. I mean, they were drinking very heavily. I mean, she was like, schmack.
This was a first date.
This was the first date, yeah.
Wow, that's quite the first date.
Well, it was college back in the day, and I think it must have slipped off him at some point.
Yeah.
Or maybe he didn't put it on. I never even thought about this.
Oh my God.
What if he lied to her?
Maybe he never put it on.
The only reason I tell this story this way is because she specifically told me it was a Magnum condom.
Wow, that's very oddly specific. We are not sponsored by Magnum.
We're not sponsored by Magnum, nor do we endorse.
Nor do we endorse Magnum.
So yeah. So you know what? Maybe I do need to see yours.
Okay.
I'll show you my new
Okay.
And that's how we become best friends, even bigger best friends. So we are.
I was gonna say, are we not already? Okay, awkward.
Yeah, I guess we skipped that phase. Did we have a moment in our friendship where I felt like that's like a level of
yes.
What?
I remember.
What was it?
This was like, I don't even remember what month this was, but it was when we went to one of our fave restaurants that has wine flights.
Oh, yes.
We went there,
Yeah.
and the three of us went into the bathroom together, and we all just like pulled down our pants, and we're kind of just like taking turns like peeing, and it was just like really a moment. Like the three of us had a moment.
I'm telling you, I think you might need to see your friends down south areas become best friends, because my other best friend
I
in
agree.
college, we pee in front of each other, and it's like very chill.
Yeah,
and
I agree.
It's just like a very intimate, normal thing.
Well, I can't wax my ass myself, and so that might be our next step in our friendship, is you waxing my ass.
we might have to make that move.
Okay.
Sunglasses. Okay, I was talking about this on my TikTok today. So my mom has these sunglasses, right? And I picked them
I was wondering about these
Okay.
sunglasses.
So I picked them up because I was like, this kind of looks like what the girlies are wearing. Like, they kind of has that Matrix look. I don't know what New York City girl put these on and thought, yes, this is the trend that we need to start, because it is not working for me.
I feel like it was Bella Hadid. Like, Bella Hadid really started this specific look. But no, I was kind of wondering when I got here today.
It looks really bad.
I didn't want to be a bitch and be like, Abby, what the hell are you wearing?
I thought it was giving like 90s supermodel. Hi.
If they were a little bit more square, I would say yes. Like, I could see it 100%.
To be fair, they are my mom's. But I thought that was like the
I'm relieved.
look of like throwback 90s. Yeah, I know. People are probably watching this going like, wow, this girl has no style. Because I'm also wearing this hideous one piece that I also thought, I've just decided that I'm not a hot girl. Because I put
You
on
are
this,
a hot girl. Don't put that out in the universe.
I put on this swimsuit thinking, wow, I'm going to look like Bo Derek, like a 90s supermodel. And I look like the third sister from Grown Ups. Like swim cap and everything. It's not working for me. It's really not. So this is my plea to women everywhere. Can we find a new sunglass trend?
Please.
Yours are cute, so I guess.
Okay,
that's
so
my fault.
mine have been in style for like years. So that's why I stick with them. I'm not on the like trendy sunglasses train. Like,
You're not.
no, I'm not about it. I probably should be, but I'm just not. Prada just came out with a new line of sunglasses that are kind of like trendy, and they're like very square. I do think I would like a good pair of like square sunglasses, because I think that those go for longer than the normal, like this
Like
trend,
wayfarers.
not.
Yeah, this is, I mean, maybe if you're like looking down the lens like this.
No. Abby, can you take those off? No, I'm just kidding.
No, they're adding symmetry to my face. I got a pair of black square ones for my trip to California. And
those were cute.
I love those. They looked
Yeah.
very, I'm in my 1989 era.
Yeah.
I'm posting Polaroids.
Oh my God, should we be in 1989 this summer? Is that like our vibe this summer?
I think it's a 1989 summer.
I
Crop
love
tops and
1989.
skirts. Did you see
Favorite
my
Taylor
TikTok
Swift.
about that?
Yes, I loved it.
I wore this matching set that I've had literally since college. Have never worn it out before, but I was like, you know what? This Love was just released. It's a 1989 summer.
Yep.
It's time for skater skirts and crop
Yep.
tops to come back.
Yeah.
I'm ready. They're flattering. They look good on everyone. They don't
true.
show too much, so you don't feel like you're like hanging out.
Yeah.
I don't like to feel like that when I'm out and about, because I don't want to be like, I don't want to wear
Out and
something
about.
that feels hard to wear. You know what I'm saying?
Agreed.
Okay, so let's talk about we went out with friends last night.
Yes, we did. We had a
And
lovely time.
We had a lovely
We're trying to
time.
create a new friend group because
yes.
we have great friends, but like they have boyfriends, most of
Yes.
them, and we
Yes.
do not.
That's the hard thing about having friend groups in your 20s is you'll find great friends and then they'll enter a different stage of life.
Yep.
And then you have to like audition new friends
Yeah.
to be in the group. And I feel like that's what we did last
That's
night.
basically what we did last night. I love both like the people that came last night. I thought it was a really fun group dynamic.
Yeah.
Like it was a good crowd last night.
We're working on this is our 1989 era because Taylor had those had like that squad.
Yeah, she did.
We're auditioning new people for the squad. What were you looking for in your audition for our squad? What kind of criteria did you have in your mind? What things did you like about our new friend group?
Yeah, so I'm really looking for girls that like to drink tequila specifically and really can hold their alcohol well.
Which they checked it off because we went to a Mexican restaurant last night, so that the baseline was already met. They drank tequila
They did drink tequila.
quite well, actually.
What else is on our list?
I wanted someone we could have a good giggle with.
Yes.
We had a great giggle once we got to Hoptinger Rooftop.
Yeah, we did.
And we started opening up about just our misfortunes with gentlemen.
Oh gosh.
Or not everyone had misfortunes, I'll say. We're all kind of in different phases of like, well, one person has a boyfriend.
One person has a boyfriend, but she's very much like the type of girl that's like, I'm going to hang out with my friends and not
Yes.
talk about my boyfriend or think about my boyfriend.
Yeah.
Which I
we
love.
talked about him because it's like a mutual friend
Yeah.
that we all have. But in like a, oh, how's it going?
But
type
like
way.
a very like casual. Yeah.
Very casual type
Yeah.
way. Yes. That's the other thing. I feel like we all have different taste in men.
Which I love.
Yes.
I think that's the freaking best. Like,
Yeah.
I don't think any of our friends have the same taste in men. I
Which
really don't.
makes it interesting because it's so fascinating for me to see somebody else find something attractive in someone else that I wouldn't be drawn to.
Yeah.
So like one of our friends that was there says she's really into nerdy guys, which is just not my vibe. But it was interesting to hear her talk about why that like.
Wait, who said that? Oh.
She said she was really into nerdy guys,
That's
and I was like,
cute.
"Well, tell me why." And she said, "There's just something about a man with intelligence that I just find is so much more alluring than just someone with good looks," which I agree with.
I
Like,
totally agree with that.
but for me, like what I think scratches that same itch for me is a guy who can make me giggle,
okay.
like a guy who's really funny, really witty, and has a good like presence about him.
I like that.
I heard that on TikTok this week where someone was like, yeah, your looks are important, but also the way that but also the way that you have crafted your voice to give yourself a certain persona. Does that make sense?
Yeah, I like that.
Which is something that I think about a lot because A, I'm really attracted to voices, but B, like even with a podcast, making sure your voice and your cadence portrays what you're trying to portray
Yeah.
and how that can make you attractive to somebody.
It's a very good point.
So for me, I love like a man with a deep voice.
yeah.
I love a man who isn't like overly chatty. Someone who doesn't talk to me too much. Someone who's hopelessly in love with me but also ignores me.
Love that. I think I just like professional athletes, if I'm being honest.
When was the last? Oh, you do. You've matched with a couple of football players in the past couple weeks.
Yeah.
And none of them have worked out. Why?
And the golfer didn't really work out either. Actually, I was supposed to hang out with one of them today, and then I forgot to text him. Oops.
You're just juggling too many men. Wait,
So
what were you
we'll try to hang out with him next weekend and give you guys an update.
I didn't know you were going to hang out with them. What were you supposed to
I
do?
kind of forgot. He just wanted to like go to dinner or something. I don't know.
Yeah.
I just feel like it's weird to go on a first date on Mother's Day. I don't know. I'm just like weird about stuff like that.
Oh, I didn't even think about that.
It's mother. Yeah, like
Yeah, like are
go
you
be
not
with
hanging out with your mom?
And he's like an NFL player. Like, go be with your mom. I like professional athletes and sales reps.
And sales rep. Oh, if there's one man I'm going to date, it's a sales rep.
Or account execs.
An account exec. He's 5'11", pulls off a suit pretty well.
So I'm going to
Stable
Barcelona.
income.
I'm going to Barcelona with one.
Oh, we need to talk about
we should-
Barcelona.
Yeah, we should talk about Barcelona.
Kennedy is going to Barcelona, which
I'm so excited.
When you come back, that's when you're allowed to start calling it Barcelona.
Okay.
So something you might not know about me is I studied abroad in Barcelona.
Very fun fact.
I'd like to think that I was one of those people who studied abroad and didn't talk about it too much. But I do like to ironically use the correct pronunciation, which is Barcelona.
I love that.
So talk to me about your trip. What are you most excited about?
I'm most excited about the food because you know me, I'm like a huge foodie. So I'm excited to try different cuisines.
Okay.
And I also hear all the time about how European food is just so much better for you because it like doesn't have the preservatives and like all the crap that American food has in it. So I'm excited to like see if I can kind of taste and feel the difference.
Yeah.
And then obviously the wine. I'm so excited about the wine that I'm going to be drinking all week long. I'm also excited about the company I'm going to be keeping, aka sales reps.
We love a sales rep. Very handsome, very respectful sales rep.
Yes, we have There's one specifically.
We're really jazzed about it.
Yeah, we're
I
really
cannot
jazzed about
wait to hear. Like I like almost want to tell my boss that I'm going to, even though I don't have a passport yet, that I'm going because I just want to see it
Oh
all.
my
go
gosh, you
down.
need to get a passport ASAP.
My appointment's on Tuesday.
Okay, good.
It's on Tuesday.
Okay.
So it should be in time for us to go when we go to Amsterdam, London, and Frankfurt.
Beautiful.
You're gonna have the best time in Barcelona. But
Yeah.
do you find that, are you a little nervous about potentially like mixing business with pleasure?
Yes, very, because our rooms are next to each other. So I'm nervous about like the boundary aspect of like
Yeah.
separating work from other things. But it's also weird because we're getting there on a Sunday and we don't really start working until Tuesday. So it's like we really don't have an agenda or much going on for 2 days. So it's like, what else are we going to do besides like hang out with everybody and like eat and drink? So it's,
Yeah.
I don't know. I have some museums I want to go see.
What museums?
I can't even remember the names of them now, but apparently there's some like really famous ones.
Yeah.
that I want to go
Park
see. Yeah, I
um,
think that's the one.
The Gaudi Museum. Yeah, there's a bunch. I mean, Barcelona's really cool. Oh, so you got to see the Sagrada Familia.
Ooh, okay.
That's
I need to make a list.
I think it might still be under construction. It's like this beautiful cathedral. It's the most, I've seen a lot of churches in my day. That is the most beautiful church I've
Yeah.
ever seen. It's like 100 years old, but it feels like it was built yesterday.
Wow.
Probably because it's still under construction.
Wow.
They just have not finished this thing. It's beautiful. It's next to a great Starbucks. That's the other thing. Okay, I know this is wild, but like you obviously have to try local food, but it's so cool to see like European McDonald's and European Starbucks.
Oh yeah, I didn't even think about that.
So
That's a
I
good point.
remember when I studied abroad in Barcelona,
Oh, here
I
we go.
I used to get Starbucks Frappuccinos almost every day
Oh wow.
because their Frappuccinos are like more exotic's the wrong word, but like they're more creative.
Oh.
So I remember I still have like a photo of it. I got like this banana caramel Frappuccino and they give you a spoon. I'm like, they know what they're doing.
Wow.
They know
That's
I want to eat this
impressive.
thing with a spoon.
Yeah.
And then like going to like the Spanish McDonald's and they have like macarons and like just a bunch of different options. It's
I
still
love that.
it's so fun.
I didn't even think about that. And then the other part I'm really nervous about is that I'm going to get COVID because I have to get tested for COVID at the end of the trip so I can get back into the States. So the thing I'm really nervous about is that I'm going to test positive for COVID and be stuck in Spain, like
Yeah.
in a hotel room by myself for like 10 days.
I didn't even think about that.
Yeah. So that's what I'm most stressed about. And then there's also like my phone I need to figure out this week, like getting my international stuff figured out. I have my adapter, credit card. Like there's just so many things you have to think about when you're traveling internationally.
Are
So-
you nervous about going alone?
Yes, but I think I'll be okay because our event is at the hotel we're staying at. So I'm pretty much just going to be at this one hotel the whole time. I have a car service taking me to and from the airport.
Okay.
Like, I don't think that there's really... But yeah, I mean, obviously.
You're also going with a group, so it's
Yeah.
not like you're just backpacking across Europe
Right.
totally aimlessly.
Yeah.
You're going to be, you kind of have like your home base, but I think you're going to feel like a baddie. Like
I hope
getting
so.
off in the airport and like going to your hotel, which you set up because you're obviously in charge of this whole trip.
Yeah.
Obviously. She's in charge of the whole trip. It's going to be a blast. And I love Barcelona food is really our vibe because me and you like to have a little,
Yeah.
and then have a drink with it.
Yep.
And that's basically all Barcelona is tapas and sangria.
That's like my jam. So I'm excited.
And
for
it's a
that.
very livable city. Like you're gonna walk around and you're not gonna feel like someone's gonna abduct you. Well,
Yeah.
I don't want to speak that into existence.
Yeah,
but
can you not say that out loud?
knock on wood. It's a really chill city, and there's lots of different areas. So it feels kind of like you're in 3 different cities at once. Like there's the
Ooh.
historic areas, there's the more residential areas, which is where your hotel is.
Yeah.
And then there's the beach area where there's like a lot of really cool restaurants and clubs, and I really want you and
Sales rep.
to go to Opium.
It's a good suggestion.
It's a good suggestion. It's this really cool club on the beach where that's the first time. Oh, I think I've told you this before. It's the first time I ever like scammed someone into buying me a free drink.
Oh.
And so I just had like a lot of fond memories from Opium.
Yeah, I want to go to Opium.
It's really cool. Right on the beach.
I'm adding it to my list.
The way this club is set up, you like go downstairs. So you meet the bouncer at this like patio area, and then they check your ID, and then you go downstairs, and it's like this pit of just like.
Wait, that's so fun.
It's really fun. It's a good time.
Did you go by yourself?
No, I went with I studied abroad with 2 of my sorority sisters.
Oh, that's right. That's right. Yeah.
Which worked out so well
Yeah.
because it would have been fun to go with the group, but I'm glad that I had people that I was comfortable with.
Yeah, for
Although I
sure.
will say after a while, so I like literally shared a bed with this girl for a month.
You shared a bed?
I shared a bed with a girl. And so by like week 3, I was like,
You're like, get
I
off
need
me.
space. I need space. I would Irish exit a lot, just like randomly. Like we'd be out at dinner, and then I'd be like, I just need like 30 minutes to myself.
Yeah.
And I would just go get ice cream, and then I'd come back, and they'd be like, where did you go? And I'd be like, I literally just needed to not be around you for 5 seconds.
Explain why you shared a bed with this girl.
It was student housing. There was only so many like rooms and so many beds. So one girl got a room to herself, and then I had to share a bed with just like the other. I don't remember if we were like close. I think me and her were really close, which is then ironically by the end of the trip, her and the other girl were really close because we just shared a bed for so long. Yeah, there were only 2 rooms and 2 beds, and they were like, okay, sleep with this girl.
Wow.
It was a really nice, I'll insert some videos and photos if I can. It was beautiful. It was right across the street from our
Oh yeah, you showed me a
university.
video of this place. It was gorgeous.
It had this terrace that I would eat yogurt out on. It was just like really lovely.
Love that. So I'm really excited. We'll update everyone when I get back.
This was fun.
It was fun. Thanks for having me.
Any other topics you think we need to cross before you leave for Barcelona? We'll have to rehash your trip when you
we'll
get
have to
back.
do a recap, like a full trip recap.
Yeah. Next week I'm gonna have my mom on because we're at my mommy's house right now. And I want her to tell the story about the time she was engaged. I think that'd be fun.
Oh my gosh, I'm dying to hear the story.
I'm dying to hear it
you
too.
need to get her on.
Thanks so much for tuning in to our little chit-chatty Summer Thursday episode. I'll be back not next week, but the week after. And we'll be talking about whatever's hot between now and that episode. And we'll also update you on whether or not we actually got to go on Kennedy's new man's boat. Hopefully. Or not the boat, the yacht. Thanks for tuning in. I'll see you then.